What is Utah's jersey ad?
Do they even have one?
The Mormon Temple. That should be it.
Yeah, it should be.
Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, right here.
The bugle boy on the front.
All right.
All right, hit me with it.
The Utah Mammoth are pretenders. Big-time pretenders.
Okay.
Maybe not big time, but they are nowhere near as good as what the stats look like right now.
Okay.
That is my opinion. I did a breakdown of their kind of team statistics and in the major categories, right? The things that are you need to do to win the game.
Right.
Scoring goals, not letting in goals. They have interesting stats. So they're actually better in defense in the defensive aspect. They have 34 goals against, which is 9th in the NHL.
Okay.
Then they are in the scoring aspect. They have 42 goals for, which is 11th in the NHL. That is as of recording. They are playing right now.
Yeah, they are.
And I saw Nick Schmaltz did score at least one more goal since we pressed record. So some of these stats might be a little outdated.
This is recorded on Tuesday, November 4th. So if you're watching this late, that's your fault.
Yeah. So it looks like they're actually doing better on the defensive end of the puck than they are. One thing that is really important in this statistic is shots against. Now, if you look at their goaltending stats, Karel Vejmelka has not been playing very well.
No.
So he has, I write it down, he has an .890 save percentage with a 2.79 goals against average. And that I looked at that and I was like, that kind of tells me something. They're currently averaging 24 shots against per game, which the NHL does not track shots against per game.
Okay, you had to do that math.
At least that I've been able to find. But through looking at kind of the best defensive teams in recent memory, or at least to like the cap era, the one that really comes to mind is the early 2000s, late 90s New Jersey Devils. And I looked at a specific season. I looked at the 03-04 season.
Okay.
I think that was the season where they let in the least goals. Or it was I think it was the least goals. They had 2 goals against per game on average, which is like the lowest out of any team that played a full 82 game season. So not counting like the teams in the 20s and 30s that they played 10 game seasons.
Okay.
And they averaged about 24.1 shots against per game.
Okay.
So this Utah team right now is not allowing any fucking shots whatsoever. Pardon my language, YouTube. It's like if they were to continue at this pace for an entire season, they'd be one of the lowest teams in the cap era.
Okay.
Which I think is masking a lot of that. So they're getting below average goaltending. Vitek Vanacek has been okay in the games that he's played. He's played 2 thus far.
We know how he plays.
He is outperforming his career average save percentage right now. He's throwing up a .913 through those 2 games, where his career average is like .901 or .902. Right? So Karel Vejmelka is playing substandard goaltending, right? Vanacek is outperforming his career statistics.
Right.
And if you look at their goal scoring, Nick Schmaltz and Logan Cooley are both leading the team in goals. I think tied at 8 as of the time of recording this video. When I was putting the stats together this morning, it was 7 goals for Schmaltz and 8 goals for Logan Cooley.
Okay, so they're tied now.
Both of them are shooting way above their career average shooting percentages, which I think is going to come back down to earth here. And they have a third of their team's goals between the two of them, over a third.
Okay.
So Nick Schmaltz has a career average of like 13% shooting percentage. He's shooting at almost 18% right now.
Damn. Logan Cooley's 30.
Logan Cooley is shooting at a 30% shooting percentage. Obviously, his career is super short. This is his second full season in the NHL, but that's still double his career average.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to sustain a 30% shooting percentage for the entire season.
He could. You don't know. That guy is a dog.
I doubt it. And then the other aspect here, over a third of your goals are coming from 2 players.
Okay.
Which I'm sure that will balance itself out. I'm sure Clayton Keller and Dylan Gunther will start scoring goals.
I mean, they're not far off.
They're not far off, but I think
I think the hard part about
catch up.
All this argument is that it's a very small sample size right now.
Yes, we're 13 games in the season.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest takeaway here is they're getting substandard goaltending, and they're not allowing any shots per game.
Okay.
That is going to go up in the coming weeks and months.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to come crashing down to earth pretty hard. I don't think they're going to be able to ride that momentum throughout the entire season. Now, they might be a wild card team.
Okay. That was my question.
But they're going to be I don't think they're going to be anywhere near the top of the Metro or the top of the Central Division.
Yeah, I mean, the Central Division's tough. I mean, you've got the Stars, Avs, we talk about every year. The past 2 seasons, this Central Division has been tough in the West. But yeah, I think my take on the Utah Mammoth, I think they have flashes of what you can see in the future.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing for any Utah fans out there. Tyler, if you're listening, shout out to you. But I think there's some serious holes. One of them being their penalty kill right now.
Yeah.
75%.
Oof.
Not good for a team if you want to win the Stanley Cup or just make playoffs, right? Yeah. And again, early on in the season, they can figure it out and that can go up. 19% power play. So they're kind of middle of the pack for most of their bottom middle of the pack for their special teams, which is very important, I think, for long-term season success. In the playoffs, it's a different game. You just got to make the playoffs. I think this team can make the playoffs, and I think they can become contenders. The issue is, I think they're goalies right now.
Yeah.
And I think if you ask any Utah fan, they'll agree with me. And you.
I think it's one of those things. If they can somehow maintain this pace, their defense is buzzing for the most part.
Yeah.
At least 5-on-5 hockey, they're spectacular. They're letting 24 shots a night.
Yeah,
that's not
good.
a rough night for any goaltender, right?
No.
If you can keep that up throughout the course of the season, then yeah, you might do some damage and you might go deep in playoffs or whatever. Yeah. That's how the New Jersey Devils won 3 Stanley Cups in the 90s and the early 2000s. They only let any shots in. Yeah. Martin Brodeur is considered one of the best goalies of all time. He's mid as shit. He just didn't face any shots.
Damn.
There's a take for you. I see this coming back down to earth. They're gonna start letting in some more shots. They're gonna play, these top level teams, and they're gonna get outscored.
Yeah.
It's just a simple matter of fact. Thus far this season, their team has been spectacular.
Yeah.
This isn't a knock on them. It's just I don't think that they can do that for a full 82-game season.
Yeah, that's a different
I think
story.
they're going to get passed up by the Stars, who've had a rocky start.
Yeah.
I think the Oilers are still out of a playoff spot.
Yeah.
They're in a very competitive division.
Yeah. And
then they have to compete with some other teams in the Pacific that are on the rise right now.
Yeah.
For that wild card spot if they don't get a divisional round or if they don't get a divisional spot, which you're talking about a divisional spot against the Jets, the Stars, the Avalanche. It's going to be tough. I don't see them. I'd see them as a wild card team if they make the playoffs.
I think another thing too is if you look at their schedule, the past couple games, some people have been saying they have had a weak schedule. They've played, the Sharks and the Flames, the Bruins. Their schedule has been quote unquote weak. I don't know if I agree with that because, they lost to the Lightning, which, the Lightning kind of struggled to begin with, but I think that's just a team that was struggling. Yeah. Currently tied with the Buffalo Sabres, which is nothing you ever want to boast about. They kicked the Sharks' ass. Good for them. Beat the Flames, and then they actually lost to the Blackhawks one of the first games of the season. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to give grace on that because it's the beginning of the season. Those early losses to teams like that. Chicago doesn't even know who they are. And, it's way too early. But notable wins, they beat the Avalanche in overtime. They beat the Jets 3-2. They beat the Blues on the 23rd of October 7-4, and the Blues are hot as shit right now. But yeah, I don't think their schedule's been necessarily weak. I think it's the NHL.
Yeah.
I don't think any team is. I don't know that strength. It's not like college football or NFL football where it's strength of schedule. You have a cupcake ass schedule. It's you all play so many teams.
You play
82-game season. There's no
every
cupcake
team
schedule
in your conference 3 to 4 times, 3 to 5 times. And you play every team in the opposite conference twice. You all have the same schedules. There's difficulties in the travel
Yeah.
Like teams like the Sharks or the Panthers or just teams that are further out.
Yeah.
Are going to have difficulty there with longer flights and just longer road trips and whatnot. But
I think it's all, I mean, you get an extra day.
Yeah.
You're playing every other day. Sometimes you get an even longer break. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think their schedule is to blame at all for this hot streak. I think they're just a buzzy good team. I mean, they're buzzy good. I don't even know what that means, but
that's a new phrase. Buzzy good team.
They're buzzy good, dude. No, but I mean, they're fun to watch. They're fun. It's a new team. You know, getting out of Arizona, rest in peace. Playing in Utah. I mean, they've sold out. I think they sold out all their games last year.
That's awesome.
And are still sold out to this season. All their home games.
Take that, Phoenix.
Yeah. I know people were like, "Oh, Utah, Salt Lake would never want to." Like, no, we've said it. We've said it. We knew that this team would have success with their fan base. And I think they moved at the perfect time, honestly.
Yeah.
Because they're not rebuilding.
Nope.
Like, imagine if the Sharks had moved 2 years ago.
Who would have given a shit?
Yeah. Nobody would have cared. But right now.
We have an NHL team. Yeah. Oh, they suck.
Yeah, exactly. But now with Macklin Celebrini, it's a little different. But, yeah, I think this team moved at a perfect time. I'm super excited for them in the future. But I think my main point and opinion in this is get some boost in goaltending. And if they can figure out special teams, then I think they can become a legit contender. But at the same time, this team's still young. Like I don't have high expectations for them. If they blow my low expectations, I'll be very happy with them. And if they just miss a wild card spot, I'll be like, you know what? Next year, I'll have more faith in you.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like any outcome, as long as you're not the bottom 10, is a good outcome.
Yeah.
Right? It is a step forward.
Yeah.
They were competitive last year, but I don't think they were as competitive. Mm-hmm. They were like a competitive bad team.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck in mediocrity. I think if they can take a step forward and be in the playoff hunt late in the season, that's a win for this team.
Yep.
I also do think their goaltending will get it together. Yeah. I'm a believer in Karel Vejmelka.
Yeah.
I think that guy, when he's playing well, is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So if they can pull it together, Vitek Vanacek can somehow continue with his .913 save percentage. I don't think he will, but if he can, then I think this team could actually do some damage. But it all depends on that, and it's good to see there's excitement built around the team in Utah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always a
fans
good thing
showing
for the
up.
sport. Yeah.
I forget, is it Ryan Smith?
Yeah,
is that the owner?
Yeah,
I think he's done a fantastic job thus far.
So good.
I
saw
went on Spit and Chicklets. I don't know if you saw that.
Or
Logan Cooley did too.
Yeah, Logan Cooley was on there. He said that he had really high words for his owner, which made me jealous as a Shark fan, because not that our owners are bad or anything, but the way he talked about Ryan Smith just being like, I'm going to get you guys whatever you want so that you can win a Stanley Cup.
Come to think of it,
like that's...
I don't know if I've ever heard a Sharks player talk about Huso Plattner.
I
don't think I ever have.
Well, I think Ryan Smith is such a, like, he's like...
It's like a Mark Cuban.
Yeah, he's kind of like a Jerry Jones owner, where it's like, he's like, you know who the owner is. Like, nobody knows besides maybe us and Sharks fans who the owner of the Sharks are. Like, and even then, I think a couple years ago, like, I wasn't aware of who the owner was, because there was nothing to be said. Like, he doesn't really make public statements like Ryan Smith does. Yeah. And obviously he was pretty vocal in the move and everything like that. But yeah, I think it's good to see that they have a great foundation, but they just need a little bit more tweaks. And I think that this team's going to be dangerous in the West. And I think that pendulum's going to start swinging back to the West.
Oh, I think it already has.
If it already hasn't. Yeah. I mean, at this point,
it already has.
The
you
East
talk about
looks...
The Central is the best division in hockey.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty well known, pretty obvious. There's like a couple teams that are dangerous in the East. Yeah. It's really the Florida Panthers show. Yeah. Are they still out of a playoff spot? I think they are.
Probably. Yeah.
But the last few years has been the Florida show, and that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. But the West is the conference to be. And I think part of the reason why we've seen Eastern Conference teams winning the majority of the last like 5-6 years is just because the West is so difficult. It's so hard to get out of.
Yeah.
You think about like Edmonton had to go through, they went through the Kings.
Yeah.
The first round, then they played the Knights.
Yeah.
And then they played the Stars.
Yep.
And it's like those are three. The Kings are kind of soft, but they're still a legit team.
Yeah.
And you play the Knights and the Stars.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if Colorado had gone through the gauntlet, they would have played. They played the Stars in the first round. They would have played Vegas in the second round. Yeah. It's like it's a ridiculous lineup.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be difficult for them to make a playoff spot. But if they do, I think it'll be a fun team to watch in the playoffs.
No, I'd be rooting for them. I mean, it'd be fun to watch those kids. Those kids play. Logan Cooley, I mean, I'm a big fan of him.
Oh, he's so sick.
He's so sick. He's American too, so we're going to ride with them.
I hope he keeps shooting at 30% or whatever the hell. That'd be awesome. Yeah. We need you for the Olympics, buddy.
We need a goal scorer, an American goal scorer who's touted as a shooter that can actually score goals and not whine and go bald and have a mustache, if you know who I'm talking about. We'll talk more about Olympics when it gets closer, but I have some words for our captain of America. But anyways, we're going to be doing something fun.
Rogaine.
Yeah, Rogaine. Captain Rogaine.
Captain Rogaine.
Every week, we're going to be doing this for a while. And as you guys know, if you're a loyal listener, we got some crazy takes. We've got some crazy delusions, crazy things. We're Sharks fans. Look at my jacket. Right here.
Sick jacket, by the way.
Thank you. I don't even know where I got this, but
who cares? It's awesome.
Yeah. So Alan's going to be taking foot of this, and it's going to be his turn, or just his time, to be as delusional as he wants about whatever take there is in the NHL. I'm going to kind of react and just see how I feel about it, because sometimes he says things that are crazy, but, sometimes Alan is right. And I got to give him his flowers, because I think a lot of people like to make fun of him for that, specifically on our hockey team. But I think Alan's usually onto something.
I dorked out on statistics today.
Okay.
The Sharks are a playoff team if they got consistently average goaltending. Not even good, average.
Okay.
So I'm going to read you off some statistics here, more stats.
Fill me in.
So they are currently sitting 12th in goals for per game in the National Hockey League. If you know anything about numbers, 12th is the upper half of 32, right? That's a good sign.
It is.
However, they're tied for 31st, so they're tied for last in goals against per game. They have, I think, 54 against.
Okay.
I didn't write down the actual numbers. That was kind of dumb. They're currently averaging 31 shots against per game, which is not great. That is the third...
52 goals against.
52, pardon me. They're averaging 31 shots against per game, which is the third worst in the National Hockey League. It is just above another team we'll get to in a second. But the worst team of shots allowed per game is Columbus. They're averaging 35 shots against thus far this season. They have a 7-5 record at the time of recording this video. They hold the primary wild card spot in the East. Now, they have a big difference between the Sharks. They have Elvis Merlikins and Jet Greaves, who are their goaltenders, and they're currently averaging, between the two of them, a .916 save percentage and about 3 goals against per game.
Okay.
Right? I think Elvis Merlikins is slightly better. It's like a .917.
Yeah.
Now, the Anaheim Ducks are also averaging about the same as the Sharks. They're just below the Sharks with like 0.2 shots against per game off. So they're averaging about 31.
Yeah.
They have a 7-3-1 record, and they're currently second place in the Pacific Division. Now, this is important because the California teams, their schedules tend to be very similar. So they're playing similar teams, because when a team goes on a road trip, they typically play all 3 California teams.
Yeah.
Right? So they have very, very similar schedules thus far this season. They've played the Avs, they've played the Red Wings, they've played the Devils. Like, they've played all these teams.
Okay.
They're 7-3-1. They have the second place spot in the Pacific Division. Their goalie, Lucas Dostal, who's played all but 2 of their games, I want to say, has a .916 save percentage, and the Ducks are allowing about 3.1 goals per game. Okay. Right?
Yep.
The big difference here is the Sharks are allowing 4.07 goals per game and have an average save percentage of .881. So I did a little number crunching here.
Okay.
If the Sharks averaged what is currently the 16th best save percentage in the NHL of goalies who have played over 4 games. So basically, for the most part, starting goalies in the National Hockey League. Mm-hmm. Middle of the pack is a 9-12, Thatcher Demko. They would have 36 goals against, which is tied for 13th in the NHL. So they'd be 12th in goals for, 13th in goals against. They'd be, I think, allowing less than 3 goals a game.
Yeah.
Or it's exactly 3 goals. No, it's less than 3 goals a game. The Sharks play 13. And they'd be scoring, it's like 3.5 goals a game. So that is a recipe for winning games.
That is.
Even if they averaged a 900 save percentage, which is, it's below league average this season. It's what Stuart Skinner currently has. And Stuart Skinner has not been fantastic this season by any stretch of the imagination. It's very average goaltending. They'd have 41 goals against, which would be tied for 17th. Now, if you do the math, that's still probably putting you in a playoff spot. That's scoring more goals per game than you're allowing.
Yeah.
Which, if the math adds up, that means you're winning more games than you're losing. Now, the Sharks are 4-6-3 at the time of this recording.
Yep.
That's a losing record, right? They've lost 9 games. They've won 4.
Yeah.
If they could get a couple saves back, like specifically the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah.
If you get a couple of those saves back that go in, those are wins. That puts you at a 500 record.
Yeah.
And then you change that for the entire course of the season. Games the Sharks have let in 6 goals and scored 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You have a winning record. I find that very interesting because this team is 1 year off of being absolutely dreadful and starting the season on an 11-game losing streak and being almost unwatchable despite having Macklin celebrating Will Smith. Like that was the only reason to watch the Sharks last year.
Yeah.
This year, how their offense is producing thus far, they could theoretically be a playoff-bound team if they got any sort of competent goaltending. Unfortunately, thus far this season, Alex Nedeljkovic and Yaroslav Askarov have been absolutely awful.
Yes. Except the past
this
2
last
games.
week.
Yeah, these last 2 games, I'd say, like, they both obviously switched spots starting back and forth. They won against the Avalanche. Askarov had like a 36 night or 36 save night. And then last couple nights against the Red Wings, I mean, they went to overtime, and they lost in a shootout like that.
Not real hockey.
Yeah, they didn't really lose that game technically. No. But yeah, I mean, I thought overall, I don't think you're that delusional thinking that.
No.
I think that's a completely fair take because this team, I'm having slightly more hope for this season. I think in the beginning we were like, well, we're going to be bottom of the league again. Yeah. I think this team can make a reasonable step forward because goaltending, you've got Askarov, who's a very highly touted prospect. I think to start the season, it's been a little rough. I've looked at him and been like, well, at least we have Joshua Ravensburg coming up in the system. But I mean, goalie's an incredibly difficult position, especially when you have a shitty defense. Yeah.
Which third most shots against per game.
Yeah. Which honestly reminds me of you and Net for our beer league team because we just let you get peppered and you end up getting scored on and we lose. But you know what?
It's part of the fun.
It is, yeah. But when you have a shitty decor, that happens.
Yeah.
And I think this team, there's finally some offense where I think the past 2 years as Sharks fans, we know that there was zero offense. But now we can score goals.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. But yeah, I don't think that's outlandish. I mean,
no.
I think for the most part, any team that's struggling, if they had better goaltending, they'd probably be winning.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
But I mean, a lot of the games they've played, I mean, just looking at their past schedule, I mean, 7-6 loss to the Ducks. Yeah. The second game they played.
And they had like a 3-goal lead at some point in that game.
And they blew it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with the Knights. I think they were up, what were they up? 2 goals against the Knights?
2 goals against the Knights.
Yeah. And then obviously those two plays that
2 of the worst goalie plays I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So shit.
Those two games right there are wins.
Yeah.
Take those back if we're going to play hypothetical. Loss to the Hurricanes was rough, whatever.
Yep.
The Mammoth loss, I mean, they still scored 3 goals, 6-3 loss.
Yeah.
I think if you get a couple of those saves back, it's a closer game.
Yeah.
So there's another potential win.
There's also, there's something to be said about if you're going, late in the third period, it's a 6-3 game versus a 4-3 game.
Yes.
Those are two completely different hockey games with 5 minutes left.
And that 6-3, one of those was an empty netter.
Yeah.
So
you're fighting, you're pulling goalie at 3-4 minutes and you're trying to get some offense.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's 5-3,
yeah,
you're like, well, does it really matter at this point? Are we going to be able to score 2? Probably not.
Exactly.
They score 1, and you're like, well, we'll just keep the goalie in down 3 with, a minute and a half left or whatever.
Well, because if we look at it delusionally. The Hurricanes, I'll give this, how about this? Hurricanes was a real loss. 5-1 loss.
Yeah.
Really bad. Penguins 3-0, didn't even score a goal. Real loss right there. Islanders 4-3, not going to count that if we had good goaltending. Devils 3-1 loss, probably a real loss there.
Yep.
Kings 4-3 loss. I don't know. Don't think that's real.
Game, the Sharks did dominate that game too.
They did. They had 36 shots. They got goalied.
18.
They got goalied.
I want to say that the Kings had 18 shots on net and scored 4 goals off of that. That's a win. Substandard goaltending. Yeah. That's brutal goaltending.
Yeah.
You have a goalie that makes 1 extra save, and that's going to overtime. You're dominating the game.
Yeah.
They dominated late in that game too.
They did, yeah. They got goalied. That's all that happened there. So
you get goalied sometimes.
Yeah, and
that's part of NHL hockey.
That's hockey.
Playing against the best goalies in the world. The worst NHL goalie would still dominate most other leagues.
Yeah. And frankly, the Avalanche got goalied at the Sharks.
Yes.
Well, no, they won in overtime, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, I think looking at this, there's 3 or 4, we'll say 3 real losses to this Sharks team. So theoretically, they got a winning record. But yeah, I mean,
at least more competitive.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You're fighting for a wild card spot at that point.
Yeah.
And
this is a team that finished dead last year.
Yeah.
So it's like,
not to mention couldn't score a fucking goal last year.
Yeah.
We had 2 players who put up any point, 3 players who put up any amount of points.
Yeah.
Like
2 of them were 19 years old.
Yeah.
19.
2 of them were 19. The other one was 23.
Yeah.
I guess Toffoli too.
Yeah.
I was thinking Eklund.
I was thinking Toffoli.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eklund. Yeah.
Still mediocre offense, right? You got 4 players who can score.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You have the 12th best offense in the NHL. And if not for substandard goaltending, you'd probably be winning games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a huge jump, and I think if the Sharks actually had any sort of competent goaltending right now, it's not to say the guys that the Sharks have, like Yaroslav Askarov, who I think is going to turn out to be a very, very good NHL goalie, can't turn it around.
Right.
Even this season.
He could have a
He's
Dustin
not
Wolf
going to
season.
rock an 860 save percentage the entire year. That's just not.
I don't see that happening.
He's good enough right now. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. And he has flashes, and I think that's what's so fun about this team.
Yeah.
This year is like seeing those flashes of like
you see what they're going to be.
Yeah. And which is the same for the Utah Mammoth, like we talked about earlier. Like I think that both of these teams have those exciting flashes of what's to be. I think Utah's a little closer to that goal. But you never know. Sharks, I mean, who knows?
It could turn around.
Yeah.
We're still only 13 games into this NHL season.
Yeah.
This could completely flop on its head in, a month.
Yeah.
They could still have 4 wins in a month.
They could, yeah. They might go on another 10-game losing streak.
They could have 13. Who knows? Yeah. This is the best part about the NHL. You never know.
You don't know. They almost had a 3-game win streak. They lost in a shootout.
Almost have a 3-game. They have a 3-game point streak, which who knows when the last time the Sharks have been able to say that. Yeah. If you know that answer, please drop down below in the comments when the last time the Sharks had a 3-game point streak was. Yeah. My guess is it wasn't last season or the season before.
Yeah, correct.
I'd be willing to bet.
Probably 22.
Yeah. Some crazy. It was when Erik Karlsson was putting up 100 points.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah, I mean, to come out of, let's see. Yeah. Out of the last 3 games, they got, 5 points?
Yeah.
Out of potential 6?
5 out of 6.
5 out of 6. 5 out of 8 if you count the Kings game. Yeah. I mean, that's a good recipe for some upward trajectory, which is all you need right now.
I'm not complaining about that. I just want to see improvement.
Yeah. I want to keep seeing Celebrini get his, he snapped his point streak, but there's still
It doesn't
a whole
matter.
nother
17 points in 13 games as a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I'd have 0 points in 13 games. Well, I wouldn't play. I'd play one game and then get cut.
Yeah.
But I'm 25.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just interesting.
Yeah. Which, So
What non-playoff team do you guys think it should be a playoff team with competent goaltending? I'd love to hear that down below.
is there anyone else? Is there any other teams that is like the Sharks right now? I'm sure there's a bunch. It's early in the season, but
Yeah, there's got to be.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the Calgary Flames, they're not in that situation where it doesn't matter who's in net for them. They're scoring a goal a game.
Did you see Dustin Wolf?
I
think we talked about it last week.
You're scoring a goal a game.
He was
but
like,
it doesn't matter.
He was like, I am playing my ass off. They just can't fucking score.
Yeah. I don't know.
No,
what
yeah.
teams doesn't even have to be a non-playoff team. What teams, if you guys had good goaltending, would be a contender?
Yeah.
I think the Sharks would be a contender.
Would you rather have Would you rather have the problems the Flames are having right now or the problem the Sharks are having right now?
Me?
Yes.
The Sharks, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Because it's fun to watch.
Say you're
goals get
the head coach.
I would hate to be a Flames fan right now.
Yeah.
Because that's just dreadful to watch your team put up a goal a night. So I went to a game 2 years ago. Yeah, it would have been 2 seasons ago in Colorado, in Denver, at whatever Ball Arena or whatever the hell it's called nowadays. Pepsi, I don't know.
Something.
Oh, it doesn't matter. And I went there it was a Avalanche Jets game, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, we're in Colorado. I have a Nathan McKinnon jersey.
Yeah.
Might as well cheer for the Avs this game, right?
Yeah.
And they got mopped like 7-0. And I was like, I didn't even get to see him score a goal.
Yeah.
Seriously. Paid way too much for the tickets, too.
Yeah.
Like $80 a ticket for like nosebleed seats.
Yeah.
I would hate to be in that position because at least if you go catch a Sharks game, odds are they're going to put up a few goals.
Yeah.
Right? It'll be
a cool Macklin Celebrini goal probably.
Yeah. As of right now, it's like odds are you'll watch a competitive hockey game.
Yeah.
That's more fun to watch than team's down 3-0 again.
Yeah.
Oh, they scored one with 3 minutes left. Yay.
Yeah. True.
Right? At least there's some excitement when it's like, oh, we scored. Oh, they scored. Like that Ducks game.
Yeah.
That would have been so fun to watch.
That would have been,
They lost.
Even though they lost, it's 7-6. Like,
To see that live, that'd be so fun.
yeah. Final score is 6-7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
By the way,
All right.
I have
Now,
a game.
We're going to do the game part of the show. So, what do you got for me today?
I have a would you rather. Now, this requires a lot of explaining.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with some context here.
Yep. Throw me all the context and then I'll...
During the 2024-2025 National Hockey League regular season, Tampa Bay was the highest scoring team. They scored 292 goals for. Their highest scoring game was on December 30th, 2024, where they put up 9 goals against Connor Bedard's Chicago Blackhawks.
Jesus.
They won 9-2. Would you rather get $1 million for doing absolutely nothing? Just sitting here, you check your bank account, you're like, oh, I'm $1 million richer. Or you get $1 billion, but you have to play goalie in an NHL game against the 2024-25 Tampa Bay Lightning, and you have to let in less than 9 goals. Now, there are more rules to this. So, to help you out, since I don't think on any current NHL team you're letting in less than 9 goals.
Yeah.
To help you out, you get to play on the 2003-2004 New Jersey Devils. This team has one of the lowest goals against per game in the modern era, exactly two goals against. They let in 164 goals in 82-game season. They're also one of the teams with the least average shots against per game, allowing just over 24 shots. Those stats, a little iffy because the NHL, when it comes to lowest goals against per game, tracks teams from the 1930s, where there was some ridiculous, like, there was a team that let in less than a goal a game.
Yeah.
So I looked for the lowest scored on team after the salary cap era, or it was really after 2000, and the New Jersey Devils 03-04 team was on there. But both teams are in their prime. So the Lightning are literally the Lightning of last season at the same age. the same ability, everything. The 0304 Devils are also at their ages they were in 0304.
Okay.
So you get prime Scott Stevens.
Okay.
I don't know anybody else who was on that team. I don't know why I said Scott Gomez. I think you get Scott Gomez.
Yeah, okay.
Either way, it was about 24 shots per game and 2 goals against average with an NHL goalie.
Yeah.
Martin Brodeur. You have exactly 1 month of training, as much ice time as you can get with an NHL goalie coach of your choosing from right now. And in a month, you play an NHL game against the Tampa Bay Lightning in net. Are you going to take the $1 million for doing nothing? Or are you going to gamble and you're going to try and let in less than 9 goals against the Tampa Bay Lightning?
I mean, I like to proclaim myself as a gambler. Not sports betting anymore. Quit that because I just can't do it. But I do like to take risks, and I like to increase my odds because $1 million in this day and age, in this economy, it's frankly nothing.
It's not a lot of money.
It's not a lot. I mean, you could buy a nice house and, get some
Live
rent.
for a few years.
Yeah. Get maybe some rent.
A lot of people think you become a millionaire and you can retire. It's like, no, you can't.
A millionaire is nothing nowadays.
If you have 2 kids and a wife and your wife doesn't work, if you buy a house, what's the average house in the U.S.? Like $400,000?
Probably.
You have $600,000 to work with. That's like maybe 10 years of living expenses.
True. Yeah, because then you have all the utility. Yeah.
It's
not. Again,
it's not a
look at
lot.
us. We're talking about finances. The hockey podcast about finances.
The good old finance podcast.
God. Okay. I think
Finance boarded podcast.
the finance boarded. Yeah, we're your financial advisors here. We got papers, computers. We're legit. But
we are not financial advisors. Don't listen to our
Do not
money.
take anything that we say coming out of our mouth. I mean, it's hard to pass up. It's $1 billion.
It is.
You get to play, and I feel like that's the common theme that I go with because I'm lazy. But let's think about the actual odds that I could do it.
So, do you want to hear ChatGPT's answer? Because I have this queued up.
Yeah.
I asked ChatGPT with the prompt, how many goals would your average hockey player allow in an NHL game against an NHL team with no goaltending training? And it said the average player would probably have between a 200 and a 400 save percentage. The average shots per game is about 30. So your average person would allow anywhere from 20 to 25 goals in an NHL game.
Oh my God.
So your odds aren't great. You got to play. But you have a month to practice.
Dude.
Learn the fundamentals. Juggle.
Thank you, shout out ChatGPT for giving that insight because I didn't even put it in that way because that makes total sense. 200 save percentage.
Yeah.
And there's 30 shots. Yeah, I'm probably stopping maybe some rebounds, but then that rebound's going to go in.
Yeah.
My rebound control's awful.
You do have, this is why I gave you the 0304 New Jersey Devils, is you have the team with one of the lowest shots against per game in history.
Okay.
Right?
What's
you're
20%?
still not going to do well.
What's 20% of 24? What is that? 8 saves?
Awful. Less than that. 6 saves.
6 saves.
I think
okay.
6 saves. That would be less than that.
Yeah, I mean
5 saves.
It's probably I'm probably making 5 saves, which checks out. I agree. I think I can make 5 saves in a game where I don't even know. But see, the problem is the less shots I get taken on, the less I can warm up.
Well, you got warm ups for that.
No. I'm just saying, when you're net and you're a goalie, this happens a lot in overtime in the playoffs.
Yeah.
When one team's pressuring the other side and they get a bunch of chances and the goalie's just on fire, stopping everything. And then the play comes back the other way. And then you let in just a cupcake off the shoulder.
You get in a center ice dump from Jack Eichel.
Yeah. Things like that. That's what I would be afraid of just because I'm taking, either way, I guess it really wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Even if they're pumping me with shots, I think I would rock 150 save percentage.
150 save percentage. So lower than Chat GPT. You don't think a guy's going to just shoot it and hit you in the chest? Because you got to think, the reason why I put you on the 03-04 Devils is because of the defensive system that they played. They let in 24 shots per game.
Yeah.
If you actually watch those games, most of the shots are coming from the outside. They're coming from a ways away.
Okay.
Right? Because teams just did not build sustained pressure on those guys.
Right.
You also got guys like Scott Stevens, probably Scott Niedermeyer.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say he was on the Devils.
Yeah.
I think he was. I don't know if he was on the Devils at that point. Either way, very good defenseman. Going to be clearing pucks out for you. It's not like you're left alone to the Wolves. It's not like I put you on the 23-24 San Jose Sharks.
Scott Niedermeyer, Brian Rafalski. We got Paul Martin, Colin White, Scott Stevens.
Paul Martin was on that team?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sean Brown. That's funny. Yeah. I might take the $1 million on this. I really don't think.
Really?
I don't think I could. Like 9 goals is a good lead.
We have to let in 8. So you have to let in less than 9.
Less than 9 goals?
So basically I'm saying, do you think he could make 16 saves in an NHL game? Just off average.
No.
It could also be a game where, the Devils let in 15 shots on net.
True.
And then you only have to stop 7. You could have a 480 save percentage and you're still going to get the $1 billion.
That is true. But it could be a 35-shot night. And
Fair. Fair.
By the end of the game.
Goals, 30 goals.
I get to stay in the whole time, right? I'm assuming?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have to stay in the entire time.
The
so
coach
if you
is
are
not-
getting lit up, he's not pulling you.
Oh, boy.
If it's halfway through the second period, it's 20-0.
Yeah.
You're staying in, pal.
Shit. Yeah, I mean, at that point, okay, let's go real financial podcast here. I get $1 million in my bank account for free.
You could invest that money in sports betting and win $1 billion.
I could put it all in black and get $2 billion. No, I think the realistic, safe approach, as my almost 26-year-old self is thinking, I would take the $1 million from you because you're offering this hypothetical situation where time travel exists too.
Yeah, we can time travel an entire NHL team and coaching roster and keep the rules the same. And
People get to turn back clocks. Yeah. I would then buy a duplex with that $1 million, live in one half, rent the other side for at least a year so I can get a smaller interest rate. And then after that year, move out and take the rental income. And over time,
Sean is watching too many Instagram financial reels. He's listening to the gurus.
I am, yeah. Dude.
That's so funny.
I told you.
That's some solid financial advice.
Yeah, that's real financial advice. Everything we've said before is probably not. Same with any betting advice we've given out. But
so, as a goalie,
yeah, what would you do?
My ego tells me I'm taking the $1 billion. If I have a month to train, get back up to the physical level that I was at in my prime.
Yeah.
Right? When I was 16, 17, playing hockey 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing pretty high level hockey. And I got to practice with, an NHL goaltending coach as much as I wanted, be on the ice 3 times a day.
Yep.
I think there might be opportunity to just squeak in an 8-goal against performance. I'm not saying I'm going to blow the socks off the place and let in 2 goals and just be fantastic. But you see former guys who played ACHA hockey 15 years ago come in as e-bugs.
True.
And in, a period or two, they'll let in a goal or 2.
Yeah.
And you're playing with the best defensive team pretty much of all time. They changed multiple rules because of how good they were defensively.
Yeah.
My ego tells me it's possible. I don't know if it is. It's probably not.
I mean, giving yourself winning a game is one thing, but like you said,
you don't have to win.
You don't have to win. It's
8-0.
9 goals.
Yeah.
Or 8. You can't let in more than 8 goals.
Yeah.
That's not insanely
I don't think it's
not doable.
Although I've definitely let in 8 goals in games and not the NHL.
TVHA.
Like recently. Not that recently, all right? Last season.
Yeah, last season. It was, you had pizza before the game. It didn't count. Yeah.
That wasn't that game. I played well that game.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We had a game last year where I had a gas station pizza before the game. And I was throwing up on the bench.
Yeah, he literally had to call.
I think we won like 5-3
I think we did.
or something like that.
He had to call timeout in like the second period, I think. But we did win, and we were like, Alan, you know that now this means you have to eat stinker pizza. The gas station stinker, that's called. You have to eat stinker pizza before every game now.
Thank goodness for my stomach. It was not stinker. It was like Jackson's or something.
Okay.
Like a little bit better.
A little bit better.
No, but not much.
Yeah. But yeah.
I don't know. I think
like
it
that.
might be doable.
I think you can do it. I'm taking $1 million though.
I think all the kids out there, I'd love to hear from people in the comments of whatever this is on Instagram, TikTok, of current like youth hockey goalies or ACHA college goalies.
See what you can do.
See what you think you'd be able to do. Because a lot of these guys, they'll skate with. We have an NHL goalie who skates in town. True. That there are kids who score on him.
Yeah.
Phoenix Copley, NHL. He's played like 80 NHL games. Hey. That's more NHL than I am.
Yeah.
Significantly.
Yeah.
Like times.
It's only by 80 games
infinity.
Though. No.
Still.
He's only played 80 NHL. He's only played 80 more NHL games than you have.
That that's a great way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Either way, I'd love to hear from some people in the comments about what they think they could do against NHL players, or if they play against NHL players that like
beer league.
Yeah, maybe not beer league. Well, maybe beer league. Connor McDavid played in beer league.
Yeah,
but like like stick times and stuff like that, stick and puck. What their experiences are and how many goals they let in against NHL players. I took a shootout shot from Logan Couture one time wearing a wrong-handed glove, and I made a save.
Oh.
That was pretty cool. He wasn't trying, but that did happen.
It did happen, yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in this week. We will see you guys next week with a new topic. But yeah, be sure to leave a comment. Be sure to hit subscribe. I'm going to, we're going to go for a goal here. Fuck this stupid 200 subscriber bullshit. We're going for 1,000. That is our goal.
What's our goal? End of playoffs?
Yeah, I'd say by the
end of this week.
End of this week, 1,000 subs. No. I think we can just broaden our horizons and not shoot. We shot for 100 and got it.
Yep.
But I think we're just gonna shoot high.
We're shooting for 200 by the end of the calendar year, and that's gonna happen.
Fuck it. We're going for 1,000.
Fuck that. 1,000 by playoffs.
Yeah.
By end of playoffs.
1,000 by playoffs.
By playoffs.
By playoffs.
Oh boy. Yeah. You guys better get to subscribing.
Yeah. Click that fucking button.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to find a job.
Yeah, we'd like to not have jobs. But yeah, if you guys like this episode, give us a follow. Go listen to us on Spotify. If you're a new YouTube follower, we got some new YouTube friends over here. Go listen to us on, you could plug us in the car, listen to us on the commute to work.
So you're not Sean's beautiful voice.
Yeah, I'll soothe you guys. You might fall asleep at the wheel.
He's gonna start talking with a morning voice.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. But yeah. All right. Well, Alan, let's go play some hockey. We got a dub last week without him, so he's on thin ice.
I'm on the chopping block.
He's on the chopping block.
Scratched next game.
Yeah, he's got one last chance. No,
you're gonna win a game or I'm a healthy scratch.
No, we need to win. But yeah, we're gonna go play some hockey. And we will see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.